when it's a shame. 1, 2, 3, search them out at the old ball game.
Good morning and welcome to Packs for Breakfast on this holiday weekend. We had the 4th of July, obviously, on Friday. Hopefully, everybody had a wonderful 4th. I know I did. I'm a little sluggish this morning because we celebrated twice. Once last night, shot off a bunch of fireworks. Still got on my fingers, so that's a good sign. Hopefully, everybody else does too. Randy, how are you doing this morning?
Not as sluggish, and it's like I am enjoying a dragon fruit Mountain Dew, brand new, and they're delicious.
Interesting. Dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit. And it was actually, you know what? It's like I did not know if it was going to be a good one, but it's like it's turned out to be one of the better flavors that I've enjoyed. I also, because at my buddy's house, he had summer freeze, which I guess it does taste kind of like a bomb pop, an old bomb pop. So it's like that one was pretty good too. So it's like I've gotten to try 2 new Mountain Dews this weekend. It's like I also found out that EA is making a college basketball game. So it's like I have not gotten to play a college basketball game in so long. So I'm very excited about this, but it probably won't be out for another 2 or 3 years. But still, to have that on the horizon is pretty cool.
Well, things are looking up Randy today.
Yeah, things are yeah, until I go to work tomorrow, but but right now I'm happy. There's some good stuff going on.
Well, I think we've got a pretty fun show ahead today. We got 1988 Fleer Baseball, which was a good set, and it kind of fits. It was a red, white, and blue design. So we kind of sticking with the holiday.
Yeah, but it's like I mean, the yellow and black is way too ominous. We know what's coming in 3 years. We didn't back then. We had no idea back then, but it's ominous now.
I don't know how ominous it is, but it's definitely something. We're gonna
It was the sign of doom to come on our eyeballs in 1991.
Well, yes, 1991 set was god awful. So I mean, there is a possibility it could be some foreshadowing, but this.
You know what they were doing? They were sitting in the office. They were sitting in the office, and they go, "You remember '88? Remember our cards in '88? Remember how that yellow and black really stood out on the red, white, and blue? We should make cards that are yellow and black because they would just stand out."
Oh, I got some audio issues here, Randy. Give me 1 second.
Audio issues. Did we break a speaker?
No. I'm gonna try and fix this before we move on here. Oh, give her the old test.
See, that's always the weird part. It's like, you run the same setup for weeks and weeks and weeks, and yet some weird thing can still jump out and say, you know what, I'm going to be different today. Even though you didn't change any settings, I'm going to be different today.
Well, I've got like a robot voice going on, I feel, so I gotta.
Well, they'll just think you're probably AI then.
Probably.
It's like, oh my God, they've generated a show of AI of opening up baseball cards. We should have AI do that just to see what they would pull in their packs.
All right, I'm gonna.
It's like it's just all Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards.
Technical difficulties. I'm gonna try and reset my microphone and see if that fixes it.
Yeah, your voice is not coming through well. See, we've made it through. We've made it through half the year so far. We've gotten through the first 6 months of 2025. Still haven't. And the Rockies are still the worst team in baseball, losing the first 2 games to the second worst team in baseball. So that seems just so par for the course.
All right, let's see if that fixed it. Any resetting the microphone.
Yeah, it sounds like your voice is a little bit more normal. Doesn't have that high tinny sound or whatever.
Okay, that might have fixed it. We'll roll with that. Get to some of these cards here.
You know, sad part, Fleer, no 40-year-old gum.
Okay, that I think we're back. Sorry everybody for the technical problems, but I think we got that fixed. So let's go ahead and open our first pack here. See who's the sticker team gonna be, Randy?
The Cubs.
Cubs.
Saying Cubs.
Oh man.
The rival of the Cubs.
Man, my audio's giving me trouble, and then the sticker card is the Cardinals. Yuck.
Boy, they want you to think of Nolan Arenado. That's what I think they want you to do.
Camera's not wanting to focus. Oh, there he goes. All right, Greg Minton. That's our first pitcher.
Is this card mint condition?
I mean, not really. It's got a little smudge.
Oh well, sorry, Greg Minton. Oh look, here, throw it to me. Here, right here. Here, just send it to here.
I got my aviators on. I'm Kent Tekulve.
I just want you to know that guy knew a picture was being taken of him at that moment, and he said, "I am going to give them a ridiculous face."
Okay, well, this is a cool card. Masters.
Oh, that is a cool card.
You got Rhino and Ozzie Smith on the same card. I mean,
you're talking about 2 of the best up the middle guys ever.
That's pretty neat. So that's a good start. The question is if we're putting one of these guys on the stand, how do we? I guess we could say we have short and second, right?
Probably.
And then we got Jose Aquindo, shortstop. Sorry, dude.
It's like, who is he? A Cardinal. You know what? If he was a shortstop, it's like, he didn't get much playing time when the other guy was just in front of him.
And then you got this guy, Jerry Royster, who's got the dreaded infield tag on his card. And he's just looking and going, I wonder if I'll ever get a real at bat.
Well, he is staring off into space hard. There is something where he's going, man, I've got the weight on the bat. It's like I can do some swings with it.
We got Sid Bream. Interesting photo choices in this set. You know, half these cards, they haven't even been in action shots or anything. Ooh. The Kirby Puckett.
It looks like they got a lot of these guys either in the dugout or in the batter's circle.
We like Kirby. We got Guy Hoffman. Dwayne Ward for the Blue Jays. Jerry Gleaton.
And there's Ozzie again.
There's Ozzie again. Nice.
Jose Akindo's like, wow, that's just me.
That's just
Here I am already the backup shortstop, and now it's like
Joe Sambito for the Red Sox. We got Pascual Perez, pitcher for the Expos, and I'm trying to figure out. I don't know if that's an error or a special something, but the Fleer is different on that card. It's because it's got the yellow in the inside, but none of the other ones do.
maybe
I'm gonna keep an eye.
maybe
out
look
on-
at the back of that card and see if that is kind of odd.
I'll have to keep an eye out on that one because I haven't seen the yellow Fleer. Got John Farrell. And we'll end on a Cubby, Bob Dernier.
Well, it's like I predicted Cubs, and maybe that's the reason I predicted Cubs is because the back card was a Cub.
Maybe.
It's going to be a Cub. Right now, the Cubs are crushing the ball. They got one of the better offenses.
This one, we got the Expos. No hate on them.
See, now that Fleer's in black, so it might just be.
Yeah, they might have changed it. I mean, it's really not just the color of the Fleer, it's the inside color that I'm. See how it's yellow?
Yeah.
All the rest of them have been white. John Moses for the Mariners.
See, that's like at least he's swung at something.
Got Kurt Ford for the Cardinals.
That looks like spring training. It looks like he has palm trees in.
Yeah, most definitely. Bill Madlock, Detroit Tigers.
That doesn't look anything like Dick Van Dyke.
I do like the
Wait, who is Matlock? No, Matlock was Andy Griffith.
Gary Lucas. I do like the picture quality, though. Definitely good picture quality. Ruben hasn't been on our walls since I think the very beginning. We might throw him up there, just for now, at least. But there's another yellow Fleer, so that must have been just a... They just wanted to change things up in a weird way, I guess. Scott Geraltz for the Giants.
See that? I mean, it's like he even looks like he's wearing the jacket that's supposed to, like the.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying. They're hard to explain, but they always wear them in spring training. Because usually in spring training it's March, and if you're in, but it's Florida and Arizona, so it can't be cold. Even in March, it wouldn't be that cold.
You got Jose. I think he made our team last week, didn't he?
Yes.
I guess he can go up in the outfield for now, but
Sean Abner's never made our team for good reason.
I mean, 2 packs in, it's a pretty decent. We got 4 cards up there, plus the other Aussie. I think that's not bad. We got Jeff Sellers, pitcher for the Reds.
Jeff Sellers. That's what the Rockies will be at the trade deadline. Sellers.
Nobody wants to buy.
Well, they're talking about getting rid of McMahon, which they should. He leads the league in strikeouts with like 112.
Yeah, he's always been very inconsistent.
But he also leads our team in walks. So I don't know. Sometimes he has a good eye and sometimes he doesn't.
He can, yeah, he's a good fielder, but you got Gary Carter, which is he's like, oh man, we suck.
Thing is, 88, that would have been the 87 season, so it's a year removed from their championship year. Because 88, this set would be the Dodgers winning it. 87 was the Twins.
Got Willie Randolph, second baseman for the Yankees. Bob Kipper, also in the spring training jacket.
Yep.
You got Tim Laudner for the Twins. You were just talking about them.
Definitely not better than Gary Carter.
Luis Aguayo. And my favorite, Tom Candiotti, the Candy Man.
Look at it. It's like he's just like, look, I am the knuckle pitcher.
He's a knuckleballer.
It's like, I mean, he's just showing us like, look, this is how I throw right here.
I like
It's like it's not very much strain on my arm.
He's going on the stand for now. I don't care what anybody has to say. I like Tom.
You know what? You know what's coming. You know what's coming next. Roger Clemens.
Yeah.
Roger Clemens is in. Roger Clemens or Nolan Ryan is in this pack.
Right. It's almost guaranteed for us.
It's like there's no way that Candiotti's going to make it without one of a future great just jumping out there. You could even get an early Maddox in there.
You got the Brew Crew and the Mets on the sticker. And Bob James. 2 first names.
You know what? I liked those uniforms for the Sox. Those red ones with just said Sox. I actually like those.
Yeah, I would say so. Mickey Hatcher, third base for the Dodgers. Making our
Hey, yo, Mickey.
Dodgers
It's like,
debut.
you're a Dodger. Go away.
Juan Castillo, infielder. That's the dreaded infield.
Well, he's not swinging the bat. He's just leaning on it. So that tells you all you need to know.
Ted Simmons for the Braves. Don Ace. I don't know if he was an ace, but he had a killer. He had an A-plus
Yeah, that would have
mustache.
been. He looks like a poor man's Raleigh Fingers.
Kind of.
It's
You
like-
called it. You called it.
It's like I'm sorry, Candiotti, but it's like we knew we were going to stumble onto a Ryan or a Clemens. He's just too good not to. It's like these are prime Nolan Ryan years right here.
And he's just looking at, I mean, that picture is just so perfectly like, he's looking at it going, Candiotti, you thought you could get on a stand.
You know what that look says? It's like, Candiotti, get off my stand.
Yep.
He's just like staring him down. It's like, you can leave now.
And Candiotti can't say anything about it either. He can't be, it's a hard argument to make.
He's going, no, wait a minute. I throw a knuckleball. Can you throw a knuckleball? No, but I can throw a punch at the top of your head. Ask Robin Ventura.
Phil Bradley, outfielder. Doesn't seem happy.
I think that we should always, every show, we should strive to work in the Nolan Ryan, Robin Ventura mismatch.
Jim Lindman, Tom Brookins. Such a unique look in the 80s, like especially with the glasses. Everybody had that kind of style of glasses. Mark McLemore, second base for the A's. The Angels, my bad. Jesus.
Well, they start with an A2.
Mike Stanley, catcher, Rangers. You know what? Just for fun, he's going to be look at that. Your favorite.
Look at that. Look at it. He's probably putting too much pine tar on there, you dirty cheater.
Ooh.
Allegedly. Oh, yeah. See, much better first baseman. Like a million times better.
That's so funny.
You know,
I was just going to put
because
Will Clark.
He had to get shots, but it's like he was still better.
I was just going to put Will Clark up there, and then we get Big Mac.
It's like you could Greg Booker.
Followed by Greg Booker.
That was just uninspired. Look, he's in the batting cage. That tells you. With the infield label and in the batting cage.
Not good, Mr. Jody Reed.
Not good. It's like maybe that card is worth a fortune because it's like, oh, it turns out some accountant made it onto the field and told the guys he was Jody Reed and that he was going to be on the team as an infielder.
So we had we had two short rains today. Will Clark was going to go up. Hey, there's your Cubs.
Hey, there it is.
I'm going to bring you this sticker with your cards for the week. It's going to be fun.
Beloved Cubbies.
Mark Grant, that's a clearly goofing around picture. But it's funny that we had such a short run on two players. Will Clark was going to go up and then immediately got denied. Candiotti lasted about a minute.
Well, we knew Candiotti was doomed.
DH infielder. Yikes.
Wow.
All right.
Pete Staniszek. I mean, he was not gonna Staniszek. I don't know, standing. Well, he's just standing there. It's appropriate. Hold the bat. It's like, hey, do something. It's like, I don't know where my bat is. I'll just hold somebody else's bat.
Mike Sharperson for the Dodgers. Dennis Lamp for this one's actually the A's. Tim Burke, pitcher for the Expos. Willie Wilson, outfielder for the Royals.
What is he using, a kid's bat? Why does that bat look so short?
It does kind of look short, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? It does. Maybe it's just the angle. I don't know, but it looks short. It looks like he's using a kid's bat.
Kind of. All right, let's see. We got Major League prospects, Mario Diaz and Clay Parker.
I think it's safe to assume that these guys did not really make much of an impact
They are
in
not
the majors.
not names that I
Not names that I can come up with.
Oh, Clay Parker 0-0 with a 10.57 ERA.
Wow, that's bad.
It was only at a 7.2 innings pitched, but
Mario Diaz. It's like he had 5 home runs in his career.
way to go,
He finished
Mario.
his career. He finished his career with the Florida Marlins, so he made it into the expansion era. Way to go!
There you go.
And who was the other guy? Clay Parker.
Clay
I'm
Parker.
curious. I'm curious if he ever got that 10 ERA down. Hey, did you know that there is a signed card of Clay Parker on the 91 Fleer that you can buy?
Ew.
That's the first thing that popped up.
Why would you buy that?
I don't know. I don't know why anybody would buy that. He ended up 7-10 with a 4.42 ERA and 121 strikeouts. So he did bring the ERA down.
Excellent.
In 1990, he played with the Tigers. So on the 91 card, he was with the Tigers, and he's got a signed card. It's on eBay. How much is it worth? How much is somebody charging for that? Curious. Let's look. $5.
Yeah, excellent.
$5 for a Clay Parker signed 91 Fleer.
I'm gonna buy it for your birthday. Mitch Williams.
It's like, you know what? I still say that's the biggest waste of $5 you could ever come up with.
I know, it's fitting for your birthday present. Mark
Yeah,
Carrion.
it's like, yeah, your birthday's a waste too. So here's a terrible card.
We got Don Sutton for the Angels, who was
He's a
later.
pretty good pitcher.
Yeah, he started in '69, so he was up there in that picture.
Don Sutton wasn't a knuckleballer, was he? He wasn't knuckle.
I don't remember.
I don't think Don Sutton was a hard thrower, but I don't think he was a knuckleballer.
3,530 strikeouts in his career.
Then he was not a knuckleballer.
1,300 walks, 1,800 runs or earned runs. 4,601 hits, 3 saves, 178 Oh, complete.
So it's weird. It's weird how he mentioned my birthday. He died on my birthday in 2021.
Oh,
Wow. 324 career wins, 3.26 ERA. Yeah. I mean, that is one hell of a pitcher. Not Nolan Ryan levels, but he definitely was no slouch.
No.
That was a good pitcher.
And what's interesting to me is 178 complete games in his career.
You know, we've had a few complete games this year, I've noticed. We've had, it's like, because I'll look through the baseball statistics, and it's like there have been more complete games than I'm used to seeing. It's like they're letting these guys go the distance, some of them.
Then you got Mike Schmidt, who is he's a hard card to pull sometimes. People ask me, but he's gonna go in our third base slot.
Mike Schmidt's one of the best.
That's cool.
He is a hard card to pull. We don't get a lot of Mike Schmidts.
We don't. And then we got Dominican Dynamite, George Bell, and Pedro Guerrero.
George Bell had a pretty good career. I don't think Pedro Guerrero had that great of a career, but
it's an interesting card anyway.
Sandberg and Smiths where it was a better card.
David Green for the Cardinals in spring training.
Actually, he's in Dodger Stadium.
Hey, it's Tommy John.
Holy smokes. You forget that he was actually a real pitcher.
Right.
I mean, it's like all we know is that he's an injury.
But he started.
How would you like to be named after an injury?
Well, technically, the surgery was named after him, but 1970, he was in his 17th season. 162 complete games, 2,146 strikeouts. He's right on up there. And then we got Brett Gideon, pitcher for the Pirates. Also, maybe that was their inspiration for the 91 set. You got the black and yellow. Right there.
Yeah, and in a minimal form, it looks pretty good, but
as a whole card,
taking up the entire card.
All right, we got the Padres and the Red Sox on that sticker. And we're starting this pack off with Gary Ward for the Yankees. I think.
Yeah, there was a reason. There was a reason the Yankees didn't win the championship in '88.
I think all we're missing. Let's see. We need a first baseman. Is what we need.
No, we don't. We got Mark McGwire.
No, you're right. Let's see. Outfield, third, second. Oh no, we got a full set. Other than Mike Stanley's our catcher, but we got a full set right now. We got a full team. We got Rick Aguilera. So if we can upgrade our catcher, that would be good.
Smithson.
Mike Smithson.
Hey, that guy might have been a World Series winner because if he was on that Twins team in '87.
He was in Portland.
Oh, he was in Portland, so
yeah.
Okay.
Well, he was split.
Yeah,
it looks like he started out with them and then went to Portland, so he got sent down. Then you got Kevin Gross. Brooke Jacoby.
See, that right there, that uniform just makes me think of the movie Major League immediately.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
Because, I mean, it's just like I'm going, holy crap. As soon as I saw that uniform being worn by that guy, I thought of the movie Major League.
Third base, it's Roger Dorn.
Yeah. Get in front of it, Dorn.
Eric Davis, Cincinnati Reds, outfielder. There's Big Mac again on the rookie records setter.
Oh, yeah. I think he had 49 home runs or something in his rookie year.
Well, he's holding a ball that says 39, so I'm just gonna guess 39.
How did he hit 49 home runs? Maybe it was only 39, but that seems.
He just really wants to hog the stand this today.
You know, he says, I'm not in the Hall of Fame, but I am on this little tiny wall of stands. It's like, and I'll take it.
Ken Caminiti, excellent third baseman. Well, we say excellent. I mean, he was good.
He was a good third baseman. He was a good third option in that lineup with Biggio and Bagwell.
Jack McDowell, pitcher. There's another Jody Davis for the Cubbies, catcher.
Yeah, he never amounted to much. I think he was the backup to Girardi probably in '88.
There's Robin Yount. Obviously, I'm trying to figure out who I could get rid of. I'm tired of seeing Canseco in here. Sorry,
That's
Jose.
true.
Robin's going on the stand. We saw Jose last week, and I would argue Robin Yount is a much better pick.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a better player than Canseco ever was.
Vicente Palacios.
He sounds like an opera singer. It's like we're going to go see Vicente Palacios.
Edgar Martinez, good third baseman for the Mariners.
Not better than Mike Schmidt, but he was really good.
Yeah. Chili Davis, one of my favorites growing up, just because of his name. I like the name Chili.
He was also a solid player. He was always, he was never a detriment to your team.
And Alan Trammell for the Tigers, good shortstop. He's not better than Ozzie. I guess he played along 77 is when he started. He's a good shortstop.
The thing is, fielding, I don't know if there was anybody in the history of baseball better than Ozzie. Now, hitting, it's like the Rocky shortstop is better than Ozzie.
Well, all right. Let's see. We got Cubs again and Athletics.
You know what? I'm glad they don't put him next to the Giants. That would be a sacrilegious card.
You got Dave Valle, catcher. We're still trying
I
to.
think it's just Dave. Isn't it Dave Valley?
I thought it was Valle, but it could be Valley. You would
Eddie Milner.
Eddie Milner.
It's,
Hey, it's Kirk Gibson.
you know what? I liked you when you were a Detroit Tiger, not so much when you became a Dodger. But this year, he is going to limp around the bases and hit a game-winning home run. Because this is his first year with it's like his first year with the Dodgers.
And was that 88?
Yep, 88 was his first year with the Dodgers because he helped them win the World Series with Oral Hershiser and them.
Carmelo Martinez, outfielder for the Padres. Hey, it's Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murray.
It's another Eddie Murphy.
First baseman. Eddie Murray is just he's a Hall of Famer.
500 home runs with 3,000 hits.
Yeah.
To have power and average and just be so good and so consistent for so long.
There's no reason Eddie's not on our stand. We could easily put him in, but we're going to roll with Big Mac.
Well, Big Mac's had 2 cards. He's trying to stay up there.
Yeah. Tim Belcher, pitcher for the Dodgers. Batting unit. Ugh. Like it's a posed batting picture at that. So I don't really get that card at all.
And it's almost like he said, hey, get a picture of me batting.
Right.
It's like, yeah, look at this. Take a picture of me holding the bat.
Reggie Jackson, designated hitter. Started in 67 with the A's.
He was just such a great player for so long.
So long. And because he has DH listed on his card, he's gonna get to go up on the wall as our designated hitter. I don't think we've ever pulled a Reggie.
Way to go, Reggie!
I don't think we've ever pulled a Reggie Jackson.
I don't know if we ever have pulled a Reggie.
Well, Reggie, he made the wall the Packs for Breakfast designated hitter. He made it. That'll be a fun one.
You peaked, Reggie. You've peaked, buddy. The Hall of Fame, that's one thing, but being on the wall and Packs for Breakfast, that's an honor you did not know you wanted.
That'll be a fun one for you to talk about. Just something a little different. Bob Sebra, and then I just had an idea for one of the next sets we do. We should go opposite and put like the most no-name players we can find on the wall, just so you could investigate them and see how they did.
Yeah, it's like definitely a lot of spring training guys. It's like, where you go, what did you amount to in your career? Nothing.
And we got Giants prospects, Kurt Manwaring and John Burkett. I think Manwaring had a decent run there for a while.
Yeah, Kurt Manwaring had a pretty good career. I think Burkett I think he had I don't think it was the longest career, but I think he had a pretty decent career. But I know Manwaring did. Of course, I could be thinking of another Burkett.
Cecil Espy for the Rangers. Gene Walter.
Let's see what Wow, John Burkett was. Yeah, John Burkett had a pretty good career. 166 wins, 4.31 ERA, 1,700 strikeouts. So he had a pretty good career too. Two-time All-Star, was the NL wins leader in 1993 when he was playing for the Rangers. That's where I know him from. It's when he was a Ranger.
And he was a San Francisco prospect. Jack Howell, third base for the Angels, that's a pretty funny picture. He's clearly...
Oh, I know. He looks like, they're going to get me. Run! You know what? That's one of those looks where it's like he just got caught in a rundown.
Yeah.
It's like he was going to try to steal the base, and the pitcher caught him and threw it over there, and he's like, oh, no!
We got Lance Parrish, catcher for the Phillies. I kind of think, I don't know much about, I'm trying to remember Mike Stanley, but I think I'm going to put Lance under the catcher position. And then we'll end on classic relief. You had Dave Righetti and Dan Plesac.
I don't remember either one of them being really great at saves. Maybe they were just both good middle relievers.
Oh, they were just relievers, yeah. But they made the 1987 American League All-Star team. And that was Righetti's second selection to the All-Star team. So,
well, if you think about it, every pitcher that pitches in the All-Star game, other than the guy that gets to start the game, is a reliever.
That is very true.
So it's like, how many times where it's like, would you watch the National League All-Star game where you like start Greg Maddux or something like that, and the reliever coming off the bench is like Tom Glavine?
So we got Team Ohio here. Cleveland and Cincinnati.
I mean, it's good they kept them together because I don't think they wanted to be apart.
Wouldn't be a PAX for Breakfast Day without Tom Bernansky.
World Series. Who's in the background? There's somebody. Is that Paul Molitor? Or was Paul Molitor on the Brewers at that time? Because it's a number 4 in the background.
Yep.
So I almost want to say that was Molitor.
Bill Landrum, pitcher for the Reds. Jim Clancy, pitcher for the Blue Jays.
Tom Clancy. That's the guy that wrote all those books.
Yeah, different Clancy. Thad Bosley, outfielder for the Royals. Oh, Vince Coleman, speedster. I like Vince Coleman.
And that was in a golden age of stolen bases.
Yeah, in 87 he had 109. No, that can't be right.
No, that's right.
No,
there was a couple
right.
times he had over 100 stolen bases in a season.
Yeah, because 110 in 85, 107 in 86, and then 109 in 87. That's like that's better than a stolen base every other game.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see that.
Well,
kind
and
of stuff.
that's why I think Manfred wanted the bags bigger, because it's like, you know what, the stolen base had left. But it's like, I mean, if you think about it, like the stolen base leader right now has 31 stolen bases, and that's Caballero of Tampa Bay.
And Timothy, just checking the comments, we are not anywhere near the New England area. But Vince Coleman, very good. Liked Vince. But stolen bases like that, I mean, and then of course, yeah, there's Roger. He tried. You know what, Roger? Not today. You're not making it on the wall.
It's like he waited way too long. It's like Nolan had already been there for like an hour.
Look, everybody knows Roger Clemens would easily make the stand, but today he's not going to.
7-time Cy Young Award winner. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, but Nolan Ryan is great too. They were both peak, elite pitchers.
We've got Tom Foley. Yeah, Roger, I mean, Clemens, he makes his debut on this wall like every other week because he can't help it. But Doug Jones, pitcher for the Indians, killer stash. We got Jim Sundberg, catcher, Cubs.
So they had a Sundberg and a Sandberg on the Cubs
Same
in
team.
1987.
Yeah, that's confusing. Ozzie Guillen, shortstop. Liked Ozzie. Ozzie Smith, a little better of the players, but definitely liked Ozzie Guillen. John Shelby. Jim Gantner. Jim Acker. Jeff Ballard, pitcher for the Orioles. And Craig Reynolds, shortstop for the Astros.
It's like, you know what? I don't think we've ever had him on the wall.
Craig Reynolds?
Yeah, not that you would ever want to, but
yeah, he definitely hasn't been on the wall.
He could be on the next week's idea of people that we've never really heard of. He could be on that.
So we got.
It's like, geez, Craig Reynolds. If you just waited one more week, you could have been on the really bad team.
We got baseball stickers, Astros and Mariners.
So they were playing at that time. That would have been what, the Kingdome and the Astrodome. They would have both been playing in two of the
dome
cookie cutter domes.
Yep, they were dome players. So it seems like they
Sweet Dome.
It seems like they at least try and keep some continuity between the two people they put on the card, the stickers.
Well, the one thing I remember is when the Broncos would play the Seahawks in the Kingdome. The Kingdome was just so loud. I mean, Seattle people they have always just been so loud for their teams, but the Kingdome was like unbearable. I remember John Elway like walking over to the ref, like saying, I nobody can hear me. And I'm just going, how is he getting away with that, walking over to the ref and stopping the play?
Right.
But he did.
Yeah.
He didn't even get a delay of game. It's like the umpire or the referee called like an official's timeout. And it's just like all that did was make the Seattle fans louder.
Leon Durham for the Cubs start this one off. A lot of Cubbies in this poll, so not too bad for you.
Yeah, no, it's like we've almost pulled a team there.
Glenn Bray.
Although we are missing, we would have had Mark Grace, I think, at that time. Dawson, we haven't gotten to Dawson.
We haven't got Doug DeCenzo.
No, we haven't got a Dougie D.
Paul Ossenmacher
Sean Dunston
for the Braves.
Future, that is a future Cub, Paul Ossenmacher. Because I remember Harry Carey saying Ossenmacher. It was.
That's immediately what I thought of as how Harry Carey would pronounce that name. Mike Campbell, pitcher for the Mariners. Mike Krukow. Matt Noakes, catcher for the... Now, I don't think Matt... I remember the the name Matt Noakes, and I'm trying to remember if he made it. I feel like he went somewhere that I used to follow.
Matt Noakes, I think, had a pretty good career. I don't know if it was one of the all-time great careers, but he had a pretty good career. Because I remember the name being said quite a bit. So in his career, and you know why also to remember him? He finished his career with the Rockies in 95.
Ah, that might be why I remember him.
So it's like he was an all-star in 87. He was a Silver Slugger in 87. He had 136 career home runs, a 254 average, 422 batted in. So not a bad career for Matt Noakes.
Yeah. And then, of course, the next one we pull is Tony Gwynn, which is awesome.
Do you know what Matthew Noakes' middle name is?
What is it?
Dodge. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Huh. All right. So Tony obviously could make it on the wall, and he has plenty of times. Great player, obviously. We'll keep. He's not going to make it up this week, but he'll have plenty more opportunities. And
Gwynn's an all-time elite. So is this guy. Wow. I mean, if you had this pack as a kid and you pulled a Gwynn and a Ripken,
I know
you would be so happy.
And it sucks because technically, I would like to put Cal up over Ozzie, but I think Ozzie.
Because I feel like Cal was a decent. He wasn't a better shortstop as a fielder, but way better hitting, way better. So that's what you have to ask yourself. Would you rather have? It's like you're starting a team, and at that time, would you rather have Cal Ripken as your shortstop because of his hitting and his decent defense, or would you rather have Ozzie Smith's elite defense at the most important infield position, but he can't hit? But he does have some speed. He did have a pretty good eye and could draw a walk, so he could get on base.
I think I'd probably put Cal in there. I mean, it's hard. That's a hard question, too. Yeah.
Because it's like, I mean, I remember it's like Ozzie would get on base. And when he was on base, he had pretty good wheels. So he could steal bases, too. So, I mean, he could, he's not going to get you any home runs because I think he had 15 in his career.
Yeah, Cal Ripken,
he's the best shortstop to ever play the game, pretty much.
I mean, Cal Ripken
defensively.
Cal Ripken wasn't getting stolen bases, but he was good for mid 20s on the home runs. Had a pretty 283 average up through the 87 season. 1,000 hits through the 87 season. Yeah, I think I would put Cal in, even if it was just for the offense. But cool card. I might sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably lean a little bit Cal, just because it's like, yeah, there's I could put this guy at number 3 in my lineup, and no, he's not going to get a stolen base. But the thing is, he could get a 4-bagger,
Yep.
not just a walk and steal second. Not to mention, it's like if I've got a 1 and 2 hitter that are pretty decent, he might drive in a couple.
Well, there's the question of the day for anyone watching is who are you putting in there, Cal Ripken or Ozzie Smith on your All-Star team? It's not Mike Marshall. He's not going in there.
No, it's not Mike Marshall.
And we got Eck. Man, these have been really good packs. Because Eck could, he could go up there.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a pack that's had Eck, Ripken, and Gwynn.
Yeah, all three.
I mean, that's a good pack.
That's the pack you want as a kid, definitely. You got Floyd Humans, pitcher for the Expos. Mark Gubicza or Gubicza. I say that every time.
Yeah, it was a weird name, but it's like, yeah, Gubicza, Mark Gubicza.
And then we got prospects Greg Myers and Greg Tabor. So 2 Gregs as prospects.
Yeah, the Tabor Myers connection was known throughout the land in Texas as being, no, it really wasn't. It was, it's like.
Well, and I don't know either of those guys off the top of my head, so I'm not sure where they went.
Well, I mean, the thing is, and one of them is a Blue Jays prospect.
Yeah, Blue Jays and Rangers, Greg Tabor, Greg Myers, they both, let's see, catcher and second base. So clearly they just wanted to do 2 prospects with the name of Greg.
I think that's what they were going for.
And we got Edwin Correa, pitcher for the Rangers.
Hey, that card that you just showed of Greg Tabor and Greg Myers, there is a autographed copy of that where Greg Tabor signed it.
Oh, well, there you go.
So it's like, well, way to go. It's like Greg Tabor. Oh, wow. He was a police chief.
A police chief?
Yeah. I mean, the same guy that is on that card, he became a police chief.
Really?
His career WAR, 0.
Oh, bummer.
1 hit, 9 at bats, 111. So that one, because you look at the back of that card, it's like that's what his stats are. That's all he ever did.
He had an RBI.
That's all he ever did.
Man.
Although, I mean, it's like to be a police chief.
Well, and he got a baseball card, which we say is better than we've ever done. So.
Yeah, he debuted September 10th, 1987. And then his last MLB appearance, October 4th, 1987.
Ew, bummer.
So he did not rock the Casbah.
Yeah, we already talked about Edwin Correa, and then we're gonna end on David Cone.
That's another good card in that pack.
Yep, that was a killer pack. This one's been on these wax packs. You always get like the last card got the wax on the back, so it's kind of a bummer that his card got a little waxy, but
You know what? He's a future Yankee.
He
so
is
it's
a
like
future Yankee.
so it's like I don't feel that bad for him. I think he got some World Series rings. It's like David Cone. David Cone had quite a career.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't care about the wax on the back of that card.
Who knows? Maybe he's watching right now going, why'd they do that to my card? It's like, didn't you see those two prospects that weren't worth anything? Why don't do it to that card?
Well, those were some good packs. I had fun with that one. That last pack especially, we pulled quite a few different cards out of there. Some nice cards.
I mean, you're talking Cone, Gwynn, Ripken, and who was the other one?
Gwynn, Ripken, I don't know.
Because we ended on Cone.
Eckersley.
Yeah. So your starter, your reliever, your shortstop, and an outfielder. I mean, you could have had 44% or maybe 40% if you're going to go reliever, because that'd have been 10 people. But 40% of your team in one pack.
That's it.
So it's like not bad to have 40% of a solid all-star lineup.
Well, that's cool. We'll round out this episode with that 88 set. It was fun. Had some really good cards. Look forward to seeing your summary of this team that we've put together. It'll be a week late because I'm on vacation this week and I'm not bringing you these cards.
You're not gonna drive by a workplace and bring them on your vacation?
No, don't think so.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't go anywhere near my work on vacation either, so.
But I will bring you that Cubs sticker. See? Right there. We got the old Cubby sticker. And our team ended up being Ruben Sierra in the outfield. We got Reggie Jackson as designated hitter. Don Sutton and Nolan as our pitchers. Robin Yount. We got Big Mac, first base. Mike Schmidt at third. Kirby Puckett. Ozzie Smith and Ryan Sandberg up the middle. And then we got Lance Parrish at catcher. Man, that is a stacked team. Wow. Good set.
Here's the thing. It's like Lance Parrish will get to bat 8th, but Ozzie's batting 9th because Reggie at DH is going to be somewhere like 3rd, 4th, or 5th.
Right. So, well, thanks everybody for watching this week. Randy, we will pick up next week on a cool note. I did finally get in the 1990 Donruss set, which I've been excited to open up. We haven't done that one yet, and I really enjoyed the red card, even though the red 1990 Donruss is kind of a mixed bag of feelings. Some people were okay with it. Other people really hated it. It's not worse than the 91 Fleer, I'll tell you that much. But next week we will be doing the 1990 Donruss. So if you were into Donruss, come check it out. And check out our videos throughout the week. I do shorts. Randy does post videos on the cards that we pull on our All-Star team every week. And enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend, and we'll catch you then.